Mr. Higgins, what's going on?
What is going on?
Not a whole lot. I was just kind of waiting on people to join the group or join the office hours here. So I was kind of going through some of like the latest high level updates of this week. We've had some pretty decent stuff showing up. So
Yeah.
nice stuff. Good stuff. So what's up with you, sir?
Oh, not much. Sitting here. I went to a networking event today and just
Like an
got
actual in person?
no
Oh, I was
virtual.
gonna say, like those are the worst.
Yeah. But then I got the participant list. So 116 emails.
What?
So,
All right. So wait, what is that? What networking group? And then how are you
I'm not
getting?
gonna tell you that.
Come on now.
I got the hookup on that one. I ain't telling you that.
How'd you get the participant list?
Know a guy. I know a guy. No, and so it's actually one of my clients that's what his company does, is run online events.
Oh, okay. Nice. Well, that's decent. That's
Yeah.
that's pretty decent. Yeah.
This was his first one in this new format. And so he said, "Hey, if you'll come support me," he said, "you're always supporting me, so I'll get you I'll get everybody to sign in on a Google sheet and send you the roster afterwards." So I was like, "Sweet, count me in."
Yeah. A little
116
bit of
email.
and,
Yeah, I'm just going to send out a quick cold email. Hey, here's a 15-minute meeting link, because there was 113 people on that call.
yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good show rate.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well,
was it arranged through
he
through
had over 1,000 people. He had 1,002 register. So
wow.
to have 10%, over 10% show up, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Yeah, that's real good. So very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, it was
cool.
It was just, about 6 minute breakouts. And yeah, I mean, he probably actually there was 116 on the list. He probably had more than that.
So he
probably had 150 plus in the actual meeting, but then some people didn't register.
So was he running it on Highlevel or some other platform, or what
Zoom?
Just like a regular old Zoom, just to for
yep.
For what? Like he just emailed his list, like, "Hey, let's do a networking thing."
He ran it on, he put it on the event boards on Eventbrite and Meetup, and he put it several different places, but he had over 1,000 registered just on LinkedIn. So I mean, he felt good about it. I mean, he thought it turned out really well. So,
yeah. So what was the was it just basically networking and you managed
just networking?
Like, hey, everybody get to kind of just like what the alignable.
Yeah, because you never know who you're going to run into. I mean, when you get that many people in an online networking event, I mean, even if you know a lot of the people there, you may or may not see them.
Right.
By the time they do, because he was doing 5 to 6 in a breakout room. So you figure
that's an awful long time to be in a breakout room with one person.
Not with 5 to 6 people.
Oh, with 5 to 6 people. Okay.
Yeah, you got 5 to 6 people in the breakout room was for 6 minutes.
I was thinking it was like I was thinking one-on-ones like they do in a line. Everybody goes, where you basically like you pop in like, so how you doing?
Yeah, I think the alignable ones are a little long. I'm like, good grief, 7 minutes talk to one person. Like, give me somebody, like I could meet with 2 people easily in this time.
Well, for sure, yeah. Especially like if you got your elevator pitch dialed in, you're like, this is what I got.
Well, and like you get in there with MLM or network marketer people, it's like, oh my gosh, get me out of this freaking room. Get me out of here. I don't want to spend 7 minutes in here listening to whatever crap they're selling. I'm not interested.
Some kind of ionized water or CBDs,
something.
Or,
yeah.
Did you know that the cannabids and blah? No. I've heard it all.
Activate your stem cells, and yeah. I'm out.
That is the exact reason why I quit going to any of the physical networking places, because it's realtors, it's old insurance people, and it's always the MLM people. And
I'll meet with insurance and real estate all day long.
But these, like at the network meetings, it's the people who are on their way out the door already, and they just need something to do with their day. So they're not actually looking to really prospect or get. I'm actually meeting with a realtor tomorrow because like he found me off my ManyChat agency profile that I filled out like ages ago.
Nice.
For chatbot stuff and messaged me and said, "Hey, can we do this?" And I'm also in the Kansas City area. And it's like, well, hell yeah, I'll meet you. You can buy me some barbecues, so I will meet you. So there we go. And by the way, if you ever want good barbecue, you can come to Kansas City at some point. I'll take it to Joe's KC.
Kansas City. Why would I go to Kansas City for?
Well, we do. I know you're from Tennessee, and we do wear shoes up here, Charles.
We like Memphis barbecue.
I've driven to Memphis. Like I used to like, I'm originally from Arkansas. So like I would go and drive to Ohio to my brother's. So I generally would go across the bridge and through Memphis as fast as possible.
Yeah. It's definitely not a place you want to
lock the doors, you roll them up.
Yeah.
You duck way down and you drive as fast as you can to Memphis.
East Memphis isn't bad. Middle of Memphis, East Memphis isn't bad. West Memphis, forget about it. If you're on the other side of the river, nope.
Oh, yeah.
Keep on trucking.
Yeah, there's one time my wife and I were going to, like, it was like a K-State game or something like that. And we was like around St. Louis, Columbia area. And like I took a wrong turn and got off in East St. Louis. And I come off the on-ramp or off the off-ramp. And there's stuff on fire and there's trash. We was like, I just punched it and I burned a Yui and went right back up the ramp.
Yeah.
Like, nope, wrong move. So all right. So what's the client count up to? How many of you signed this week? Because you usually sign like, well,
this week
it's not even Wednesday. You've got to sign by at least 5
Yeah,
people.
I had one in the UK sign up today. But this week I've been looking at doing a different package, or a add-on package, more or less, for like VA services.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
So that's what I'm thinking about. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not jumping at it because I don't want to do it wrong. Because if I do it wrong, it'll backfire.
Oh,
on
yeah,
me like crazy.
you'll get burnt pretty quick.
Well, I just don't want to become the middleman. That's
right.
My thing. I don't want to be like, oh, fill out this form, send me your request, and then I got to go put it in a ClickUp or whatever they
you got to
use to manage everything.
And all that business.
Yeah, I want the direct communication between the VA company and my client.
Yeah, you just want to basically.
I just want to make money off of it.
Broker it, and that's it. So yeah,
that's it.
That's about it. That's a good way to do it.
I don't want to be the middleman, except when it comes to the money. Then I'll be the middleman.
Yeah.
So
you can be the bag man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Alok, you're on. Or is Alok on? Is he muted?
He's halfway on. He's long.
Yeah. I'm halfway home, so I should be there in like 20 minutes.
Oh, 20 minutes. Oh.
You're like me.
Yeah.
I had to do a couple calls from the road today, and my phone overheated on one, so I had to switch to my iPad, and then I got disconnected from Wi-Fi. Oh yeah, it was a complete disaster. It's like 100 degrees here, so I'm sitting there on my phone, and it's like temperature too hot.
Yeah, we
like,
had.
Oh my god.
Kansas City hit 118 heat index.
It's crazy, man.
A little bit hot.
I definitely appreciate my freaking AC.
Oh man, this last weekend I cleaned the coils off on the condenser, and I'm so glad I did because that thing is working as hard as it can right now. So, man, whew.
Stop crying, man. It's nothing.
What are you talking about? It's hot.
Yeah,
man.
It's getting cold No, it's getting warm where you're at. That's right.
Yeah, it's getting hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that hot yet. Can you?
I had to think about it. I was like, wait a
180?
minute, you're opposite of us. So
Yeah. How much is 118 in Celsius?
Just a second here. 118 F to C. 47.7.
Oh, just that.
oh, shut your mouth.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, but you know what though? It's
we're not used to it.
It's over, but it's over 70% humidity.
That's it.
Hot.
Yeah.
Oh hell, here it's over 90% humidity.
Yeah, the dew point's like 80 degrees. So in the morning, there's just water running down the outside of my windows, and the deck is just like the lawn's wet, the deck's wet, everything's wet. And then by like 8 o'clock, everything's just like evaporated and gone, and it's hot as hell. So yep. Samir, what's going on? Yeah, there we go.
Doing well. How are you guys?
Doing all right. Doing all right. What's happening in the world of Samir?
Nothing great again, but just hustling.
Nothing great
and
again.
Not
Well, you're still doing all the coaching and stuff like that for Joel Kaplan, right?
Yeah, I'm still doing that,
Or the support stuff.
but that's just 1 hour a week, and I've become more mindful. You told me last time, like, don't get bogged down with just managing the students and all. So I'm being mindful of that, not entertaining a lot of the students with their support question outside of the call, which is fine, which is getting better now. I'm just like directing them to go high level support rather than me being the support.
Mhm.
That's one. Apart from that, building the website on reputation, and me and Alok have been doing some discussion around how do we want to approach things and all. So it's never ending. So the plan is by end of this month, we need to get everything rolling and start reaching out to the business. That's our game plan. And hopefully the NFC cards would be coming soon to my house. So we'll have one more toy to play with and
Very
start
nice.
approaching business. That's the game
Dude,
plan.
That's not nothing much. That's like, a few things happening. It's just front end sales related activity is still missing. So that's what we have to fix. And that's why I put a deadline. Dude, I don't care. End of this month is the only time you have to play with. And then we are starting sales activities. So show the boys if you want to share your screen and show what the cards are like and all that. I'm not on computer yet. So
Even I'm on my phone, but I'll
you're on the
show. I'll look for some images that I have on phone.
yeah. The card came out good, man. That's really good. It's in transit now, so which is
And
a good thing.
they are freaking cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
Got a
guys
good
got
deal.
what like review cards where you were automatically redirecting and stuff like that?
Correct.
Gotcha.
So
It's
the
the same
game plan
NFC
is to
stuff.
launch a review. The game plan is to launch a review management, like as a service. But when you sign up, you get the card based on how many cards you buy. We will have QR codes and everything redirecting to wherever you want. But every other company, like one of the big one out there is Pop Cards, right? They are everywhere. What they do is they just directly push you to Google.
Right.
We can have an option. We can have, hey, if you just want this, it's this low price. If you want to manage your reviews, hey, we have a funnel which does soft gating. If you want to 3-star below, we capture their details. Post and above, we can do that. That is an option. And then the thing which we can obviously do is AI reviews as a reply. So the game plan is to get them to leave a review, and then you don't even have to worry. Our AI will take care of all the replies. And not only that, it will also post on your GMB, Facebook, and Instagram. So you'll have all the activities happening in your social media in regards to that as well.
Very nice.
That is the whole offer.
Cool.
And I'm looking at doing all that for like $49. Like, hey, $49 monthly, you get one card or 5 cards, depends. I don't know. It's like less than 50 cents each, man. These cards, it's crazy cheap. So hey, for $49 monthly, when you sign up, you get 5 cards. If you want 5 more, $10 each, whatever. And give it to every staff of yours, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And start collecting.
Can you see my screen?
Yep.
So that's the card and that's the backend. So in case the NFC doesn't work or phone doesn't support, they have an option to scan the QR code.
Yep.
And that's where they would basically, currently the plan is we are still finalizing on how do we want to go about the onboarding. My approach was to just configure the card and ship it to them so that they don't have to do any more activation or anything.
Mhm.
But it's up for debate whether we want to go that route or no. So these are like different design that we've kind of split. Again, here also we've just managed like 50, 100 cards we've designed. Like Alok is taking few bunch. I'm designing my own. So these are some of the other cards that we are exploring.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah, thank you.
So how are you managing where, like, if you're doing dynamic QRs and everything like that, you're creating
We are not, no. So we've basically, it's a static QR code, and what we've done is we've kind of come up with a system where we are kind of having our own URL as a QR code, but in the back end we will just use system like Bitly kind of a thing where we will redirect and stuff like that.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah, so it's a static URL which is going to have a redirect.
Very nice. Cool.
Yeah, I should be online in 10 minutes. So yeah, I can catch you up soon.
Yeah,
Very nice.
hopefully GoHighLevel comes up with some more workflows for reviews as well in their workflow system. So let's see how they come up with that.
Well, they just started
reviews?
putting out the AI reviews responses in beta. So that's nice. And hopefully that'll be automated soon enough. So that would be really good to have. But on the plus side, like, Alok and I were way ahead of that with our AI reviews. And then we still have the automated review posting for the 4 and 5 star reviews to go to socials. Cause I think their share option is pretty sad, to be honest, in Highlevel.
Yeah.
But if you can do automated reviews and all this stuff, the more we can keep inside Highlevel, the better. Cause like, as long as you don't have to develop more third-party systems, the better it is. So cool. Very, very cool. So awesome. So are you going after a particular niche, or are you going to be going after
I'll be going broad for now, and then we'll see how it goes, how we get the response. My first win will be is me calling or me selling first card. That's my big win, to be honest. I overthink everything and end up not doing. I want to get away with that pattern of mine. So I'm just going broad.
I hate cold. I don't know that I could cold call, but I have like, I've seen plenty of content on it. And some of the stuff that I actually like is when people call and they say, this is a cold call, so feel free to hang up, but I have something that could really help you out if you just listen for a couple of seconds. Is that okay? So you just get it out there instead of trying to get through the gatekeepers and all that junk, and just try it out. So but yeah, good on you that you're cold calling, because me, I don't know that I could do the cold calling. So
yeah, even I may not do it. I'll just start walking up to the store and just, I don't know. I just need to get my ass off. That's the main goal. Whether I do cold call, whether I do SMS or DMs.
Well, you guys in Australia, you can do the cold SMS. So there you go. You can scrape in. And what is it, like the cell numbers all start with a certain prefix?
Yeah.
So
04.
Easy to filter out. So
yeah.
Super easy. Just scrape Google Business and then go for it. Nice. Yeah, it's a little more strict for us up here in the States. So we really can't do a whole lot of that crazy business. So without filtering the phone numbers and everything else. So very cool, man. Awesome. So, well, I don't have a whole lot going on with our business stuff. Like we're ramping up on the paper call side, and I'm bringing on a couple of clients. I got a friend of mine whose wife is starting a quilting retreat site. So she's going to actually be having to have a property. So she's going to be doing like paid retreats for women to come up and do quilting. So getting him online with that, because he has a lot of contacts. So I'm doing kind of a bit of a partnership thing with him. So so he sends people to me and I'm going to run his stuff for free. So, but that's about it for me for right now for this week. So yeah.
Well, I was just telling Pat that I went to an online networking event earlier today, and
Mhm.
I got the participant list. So I got a nice little new email list of 116 people. So
Did you have to purchase, or you just networked and got it?
no, the
Yes.
guy that runs the event is one of my clients. So yeah.
Smart.
Yep.
Connect with the connector.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he said any events that he does the signups with, he'll give me the list. So
Yeah, why not use your system to build that system for signing up so you get access to it?
he does it through Google. He does it in Google Forms. He doesn't fill out a Google form.
Yeah.
Because he wants to keep like a record of it all in Google Drive, which I get. I mean, I can see a use case for it, him going that route, but then he just imports it all into the CRM after the event. So,
Pat,
Cool.
were you able to navigate through that review response web page, the landing page?
Oh, it's still in progress.
Okay, no worries.
It'll once I get the review, the review response. Also, what I'm working on is here. I'll show you here as well. So let me see where. There we go. So, so this is, bear in mind, this is very much a test. Like this is just test code. So it's not wired into Highlevel yet, and it's not very well styled. So I've just got to style it. But I noticed that Podium's running ads where you can get your Google review link, right? And so when you opt in, they're going to bring you up for like get a demo to Podium, and they put you into a multiple day nurture and things like that. So I'm working on the nurture emails for everything, like why you need reviews, why you need to basically like a mini. It's almost like a mini course via email or email and reputation, or sorry, review and reputation management to get them to sign up, right? So if I type in the business name, I'm going to say, hey, do you want your review link? And just like you guys have on the cards, like if I go, like my med spa client here, Ageless Savannah, like this, it'll automatically pull this up, and then they can submit, and it creates their Google review link, right? And it creates the Google link here. So if you scan that, it's going to go to their Google link. So you can copy it. And then of course, when they submit the form, it's going to pull down with all the reasons why you need to use this and the best way to use it, sign up, book an appointment, etc. And so now if I copy this link, I can paste it in here, and you can see it will pull up the review automatically. So that's basically what I'm doing. I've got that built right now. And so I'm wiring that into Highlevel as well. And that'll be like a nice little sales funnel that I'll put on my Alignable. So
why don't you just funnel hack them?
What do you mean? Podium?
Well, like you said, you said you're writing the follow-up emails and everything. Why don't you just go through there, sign up, take their emails and rewrite them?
I opted in and I never got any emails. So maybe I've opted out of Podium or something, but I don't know. But yeah, I don't know why I didn't get any emails, but my idea was like, well, you need at least a 7-day follow-up with, it gets a little more aggressive every day about why you need reviews and why you suck. And that's, I have been like, or why you suck at reviews. But I mean, I've had some calls recently with companies that want to do marketing, but then they come and, like, well, you tell them how much it's going to cost for, whatever, and for whatever service that you're doing. And they come out like, oh God, that's just way too much. Like, dude, you're a roofer, or you do gutter installs where your service costs $7,500. What do you mean a few $100s a month is too much? So, it's crazy. Even after you show, like, you get this, you get this, you get this, it's going to do all of this for your business. Here's an example of what it's going to do. And how much is it? Well, it's going to be, $297 a month. Oh God, oh no, shit. No, that's too much. Like, I don't know what to say. I'm not quite there yet with handling objections when you've got somebody who does something high ticket like that, immediately just craps on your product and like, no, it's just way too much. I can't do that. So, okay, well, moving on. So I do need to come up with the email series. I've got lots and lots of really good GPT prompts and a lot of data to work with for all of the all the content and everything like that. So GPT should be able to come up with some decent emails for me to work with and edit, and then dump that into a series and get people signed up. So I'll make that one of the products or services on Alignable. I'll make sure I post it occasionally, get your review link for your business, that sort of thing. A free review link. So
there you go.
Yep. We'll see how that works. Not sure if it will work. We'll see if it does. So, but yeah, so that's where we're at on the review stuff. The code's written. It just isn't wired into Highlevel yet. So it's coming, Samir, I promise. And then it'll be an update and an upgrade for the people that have already got AI reviews. So yeah, I may roll it into AI reviews anyway, just because Highlevel's already got, the review responses coming. So
yeah, I was talking about that reply engine website that we saw.
Yep.
Yeah, I was talking about more about that.
Oh yeah, no, that's I've still got that code in progress too. So I just haven't had a chance to jump on it. I was going to work on it this weekend, and then I did nothing. And it was wonderful. It was everything I thought it could be. So I Higginsed it this weekend. So
you Higginsed it.
Yeah, did nothing.
It's a good thing.
It is a good, you know what? Once in a while, it's a good thing. I had no motivation this weekend. I just said, you know what? I'm going to sit around and just sweat because it was that hot. Hey, there he is.
What's up?
Not much. It's a pretty quiet evening on the old office hours right now.
Stop sharing all our secrets, man.
What are you talking about? What am I sharing?
Why you just showed the, what's this called? The Google review link generator.
Yeah, well, we're gonna end up we'll end up selling that to people, or well, you know what?
Okay.
We could give it to our users if they leave a review.
Well, yeah, and no one's getting anything anymore. No one's getting anything anymore if they don't leave a review.
Man.
Enough of giving all the value.
Wait, didn't you listen to Alex Hormozy this weekend?
Yeah, well,
nope.
Give.
Sure didn't.
I'm not Alex.
I haven't seen his video yet, to be honest, the webinar.
It was well executed. There's really nothing new.
Of course not.
No.
He's a coach. What do you expect?
He's a coach. Yeah, he's a coach. There's really nothing new. Like because the course, like he gave away the course, he hyped it. It was going to end up being like $10,000. Everybody like, he's like, I'm giving it to you for nothing. And then I literally saw people on the thing. I was doing some other work and I had the Zoom over here on the side, and I saw people weeping. They were so happy. They were literally like, oh my God. And it was like, so I like after the webinar, you get a link, like, here's the coaching. And it's like a single page with like 10 little 15-minute videos. Like, this is not a 10, like, no, there can't be that much detail to it. Yes, he probably has some good nuggets in there, but because I haven't gone to it yet.
I mean, have you gone through his first course?
I
100 million hour offer.
I got the 100 million offer book sitting over there.
No, the book. So he had a course exactly on that as well. So it's exactly the same strategy. So he's like, okay, well, he's covered 15-minute, like all the value he can give in that 15 minutes. So that you at least can get started. So that's his strategy. So
yeah, well, I know, but the thing was, like, as soon as it's like when you started talking about like here's the secrets, The more leads you have, the more money you're going to make. That's like me telling you, like, the way you win a football game is that you got to score more points than the other guy. It's like, okay, what next? I understand this concept. More leads equals more money, but that wasn't anything ground shaking, earth shattering type stuff. It was basic. So yeah. It was just, I don't know. It was interesting to watch the webinar and watch him hype and build up to giving it, all the whole thing. Cause he had people fired up, man. He really did. He had people just going nuts.
It's so here, my 2 cents on that.
Yeah.
My 2 cents on that is I've seen Russell Brunson's webinars and everything that he's done. He's pretty much just modeled the same, perfect webinar speech, the whatever is the thing from Russell Brunson. So I've seen I used to be a huge Russell Brunson fan before, so I know exactly what he was doing there. But
I got
my 2 cents on that is
book and everything over my shelf.
So my 2 cents on that is people were really excited for him is because of his fan following in last 2 years. He's done really good job and created a huge cult of Mosey Nation and the following, and that's why everyone was excited for that. If I have to compare delivering a webinar, like who did the better way, like, hey, Russell still is a leader, man. He's the best at delivering a webinar. So did he do a good job delivering that webinar? I don't think so, but he still did a good job.
Holy cow. Yeah, you're going through all the Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Charles. Like, you sent, like, Charles left some stuff in the chat.
Yeah, I'm looking at that
on the Google review stuff.
Charles, do you mind sharing that link?
The link to the file?
Oh, no, the link to the
to the page.
That might get you there.
Google review.
And
well,
that's
after I filled that link that I just put in there. That's after I filled it out.
Okay.
Yeah. So you come over here like this, and you go ageless. It's banner like this, and you go get my link, and then it wants you to opt in.
Fill it up. Yeah,
so you go Bob Smith.
A fake fill. See, I need to get you a Chrome extension there, buddy.
Why? I don't have to worry about it.
He would not do it, Charles.
No, I mean for fake filling all this stuff.
Oh, it doesn't matter. So I think if you click,
I click one button and it fake fills all my forms.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's nice. But so then once you do get my link, then it's going to go and dump it. So here's the link, so you can copy it, and then basically like ready to grow, blah blah blah. But then here it goes, and this is kind of like their little sales page. Now that's different than what you had, Charles.
Yeah.
It will.
How about that?
Yeah, I know, right? So.
Because I bet it's because of what you put as your industry.
Maybe.
I'd almost bet. Yeah. Because let's see. Well, I don't know. It's got you tagged as coming from you clicked on an ad, so that may be part of it.
Yeah, I looked. Oh, yeah. I did Google it. So Podium, get Google review link. No, I just clicked on this one here. So I don't know. What was it? What was the share the link in the chat to there it is. Okay. Yeah, no, it's the same.
It's the same link.
Well, maybe
A/B testing.
Yeah, I mean, it gave me this whole spiel on what's
which industry did you choose, Charles?
Yeah,
I think it put in RV dealer.
Huh.
Yeah.
The rest of the information I couldn't tell you what it was. I did put in
and
disposable.
There we go. So get my review link. There you go. Look at that.
Yeah. See.
And so then it basically gives you. This is more or less what I expected I would be getting via email, like multiple days worth of email about this. But like, they gave you the Google review link So why are they telling you how to get your Google review link here?
That I
And
think it. Yeah, they're explaining it to you. Additional ways to generate.
Why are you explaining it? Like, having, I would go to like, I would say like,
I got what I wanted.
yeah, I'd be like, what is it? Why do you need it? And
I mean, I could
of it,
see.
and then I would.
They're
could
just
see
doing
having
it
that
from
on there.
SEO perspective.
Yeah, that's just SEO.
Well, sure, yeah. And then I would.
But
then
that
I would
SEO is
basically-
still, I mean, if you're talking SEO, it's still behind opt-in.
No.
So it doesn't-
They would have had the article as well, and they're just reusing that same article here as well.
Mhm.
I'm sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is a big keyword, popular keyword, so they will have a dedicated article as well.
Mhm.
Could be.
Yep.
So we'll see.
If you go to Bright Local, they do a little bit smarter. What they do is they even create a poster as well. Bright Local Google review link, generate Google review. They even kind of generate a Bright Local, or was it someone else? I forgot the
Bright
name.
Local.
Yeah, just look for Google review generator. Was it Bright Local? Yeah, I guess.
Like that. Fetch the links and IDs. So get more reviews.
No, that is
Or
just the
they
links.
also-
That's just the display links.
But what
Yeah.
they're doing is they're also putting a competition next to you as well.
Yeah, so they're doing like all this. Holy cow. Yeah, that's a lot of.
I think that's a little too
None of
much.
the business owners need to know this shit.
Yeah, no, they don't need.
Like,
Yeah,
All
what
I
the
want
heck's
is my
an
bloody
FID?
link and a QR code.
Yeah, this is basically where like what my idea is that we would have basically something that would say like, hey, here's thanks for your opt-in. Why don't we like what did I just do? Why is it important? And how do I get more reviews? And like, well, you can go and hand this out, or we have a system that does it for you. Ta-da! And when you get reviews, what do you do with those reviews? We answer them for you. Bam! And we post it to your socials. Bam! So all of that crazy good stuff.
Bam.
Bam. So, yeah. So I don't think either one of their methods is fantastic, but Podium can get sloppy because, well, they're big, they're Podium. So we have to be a little more lean and mean. But yeah. Alan joined us. What's going on, Alan? He's muted and got no camera.
Good stuff.
Alan, what's happening? Anybody heard from Alan?
He's getting there.
Hi.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just joining. Didn't have a specific question. I have the kids with me, so I didn't want them to be too loud or anything. So that's why
no,
I'm
we don't
keeping this
care.
up with me.
As long as they don't start swearing like a sailor, like a lock does sometimes.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. I worked on the cruise ships before. I can't help it.
What's going on, Alan?
Not too much. I've just got time today, so I wanted to join you guys and see what you guys were working on.
Cool.
I hopped on a high-level call today with who was that? Frank Kern?
Yeah.
Frank Kern, yeah.
Yep.
And they were talking about sorry, I'm still yes,
They were
I'm
doing
still
like
so new to everything.
database reactivation stuff.
Yeah, I saw the call. So what's your question, Alan?
It seemed really intriguing, maybe because they just were focusing on talking about one thing and how it can translate to more business for business owners. But I think in the group, what I also saw was a challenge is something called A2P. I'm not too familiar with it myself. I said, I'm just new to all this, and I'm just trying to wrap my head around everything and figure out what I'm going to do. So wanted to ask, as far as database activation and things like that with A2P, is that something you guys do at Highlevel Freaks too? And have you guys found a workaround for it?
So basically what A2P is that all the carriers like, AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, everybody basically has got together and said that they want to they want to stop all the spam texts.
Okay.
Yeah. And so part of this process, it's kind of like registering every business that's going to do any kind of texting at all. So if you don't, it's kind of like, you can get in the party as long as you're on the list, and A2P is getting on the list and getting your business registered so that if you want to text people and not have your text message either one get blocked or go straight to spam, then you have to register and basically tell them, this is what my use case is. This is kind of like what the common campaign is going to look like. Here's where they're going to opt in. And you do need to request and get the acceptance of the end caller or the end user to send them text messages and phone calls and stuff. So what you do when you're setting up a location like a client and all that stuff, you're basically going to like take them through the onboarding process, and you're going to get the EIN number. You're going to get all of their business information set up and start that process, because you want to get them registered so that they can actually do texting through Highlevel. And then once you have A2P going, what a database reactivation is there's a lot of different flavors. One of the big guys in the group, Rob Bailey, that's kind of like his bread and butter is database reactivation. And I'm kind of surprised that Frank Kern today was basically giving away all the goods on how to, what he's doing with it and that sort of thing, and actually promoting database reactivation campaigns like right now in the middle of all this A2P chaos, because everybody it's A2P is one of those things like, well, it's like everybody's complaining about it because they're getting, they're not doing it right, and they're getting denied or shut down, or people are trying to text too fast or text stuff that's a bit spammy, and they're going to, getting shut down and sent to spam. And complaining about it is like complaining that it's hot or complaining that water's wet. It's like you can't really do anything about it because it's not Highlevel. It is the carriers, and the carriers are telling us like, you have to in order to, to be able to play in the ball pit here, you've got to do all this stuff to, to be compliant. So database reactivation is where you're going to take a client's existing list, and the assumption is that these people have opted in at some point. We really don't know. So database reactivation is kind of a gray area on this, but you can do it. I mean, like I've got clients that like every quarter we SMS their list of people that have called in and scheduled and gotten work done and things like that. And the guy gets appointments every time we run it. He wants to run it every month. I keep telling him, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to be that spammy. But if you run it occasionally and, you've got a good offer, then it can be very, very effective for your client. It's just, you do run the potential risk of somebody filing a complaint because they didn't ask for the text. So it's just, but it's kind of one of those things like, well, I'm not a lawyer, but do it till you can't. So.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But we have in our snapshots, like for our users, we have the A2P funnel that I've set up I've set up like batting 1,000 on getting A2P set up for all the clients and locations. So I've taken what the messages and the campaigns and the setup that I've done, and I put it in a funnel, and I've got all the automations are all set up. And then we also do the way we do database reactivation campaigns, or any bulk texting of if you're going to be doing any kind of review campaigns or database reactivations, anything in bulk, I like to run all those the messages through ChatGPT first, because every time you send a webhook out or you fire off the ChatGPT action to create that message, it's coming up with basically a unique message every single time. And so it's kind of like doing cold email with Spintax and everything else. It's like you're your carriers are seeing a unique message come through. They might see a bunch of messages come through, but none of them are exactly the same. And like if you were sending through the exact same thing over and over and over again, you stand a better chance of getting sent to spam. So we try to be as smart and as sneaky as we can about it.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you for explaining that to me. It really helps. I'm just very green to all this.
Yeah, no, it's a very, very lucrative way to get some instant results for a client if you're bringing them on board. You just have to make sure that when you do get, like, when you import their list, you really don't know where they got it. I imported lists for a client, like they had multiple years worth like Google Sheets laying around, contacts in their phone, like all kinds of junk. So when you bring them on board, be ready to do a lot of data scrubbing and cleaning. And then like when you bring that list in, you want to, like, if you're going to be doing any emailing as well, and don't ever discount email, because email still works. But you want to run the email list through bulk email checker just to make sure you're not going to get any dead emails and bounces and junk like that. And then take the phone numbers and you want to run them through the do not call list, or you want to run them through and make sure that they're not landlines, because those still exist. But you want to only be texting real numbers. And so once you've got your list cleaned, it's going to reduce the level of errors that you're going to get. So if I text a whole bunch of people that have like bad numbers, discontinued, or landlines, things like that, you're going to get a lot of errors. And then that's going to get your account suspended real fast.
Okay. Gotcha. Thank you. Appreciate that.
If I can add 2 cents to the database reactivation thing as well. So whatever you saw on Franken's whatever webinar he did today, he's mainly promoting doing database reactivation with text messages, but don't discount all the other channels with Highlevel. Highlevel has direct integration with Facebook, Instagram. You can do email database reactivation. So A2P is only affecting your phone and SMS. But if a business has 2,000, 5,000 following on Instagram, there's a highly likely chance that a percentage of those people are local. So don't discount, just make up an offer on Instagram and, just let them know, like, hey, DM me word burger. If it's a restaurant, DM me the word burger to claim this offer, right? So when they DM on Instagram the word burger, we have already the workflow ready in the system, which automatically triggers and does the whole database reactivation, whatever you want. So that is you doing database reactivation on their social media following. Same can happen on your Facebook page, right? If they have an email list, do a database reactivation on the email. So while you're in the process of getting their business approved for A2P and, getting a phone number and everything set up, you can start doing this other methods and start getting some value, like, getting some leads and appointments, whatever is the end goal for a business. You can start doing that. And then when your phone number is approved, hopefully soon, you can start using the SMS as well. So if people were asking, I saw in the community, like, hey, what if A2P is taking long and how can we do this and that and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I don't understand why they forget the other channels, There's so many things you can do with that as well.
Yeah. And A2P is going to take a while, for a little while longer, but they've said that they are kind of clearing out the logjam because they had this deadline. And of course, it's like, we're all marketers. We're lazy. So we don't do anything till the last minute. And so everybody's rushing the door and trying to get approved and everything. So they're swamped. I've got a client that didn't get me information. She was supposed to get all her business information and all that to me. And I didn't get it until the last minute. And now she's mad because she's like, well, I can't text. Why am I paying for this junk if I can't text people? It's like, well, one, because you didn't give me the information when I asked you. Here's all the emails where I did ask you and you were off doing stuff. And two, it's not Highlevel, it's the phone companies, and you can still use your other channels to do everything. So calm down. It'll be fine. You'll get approved like maybe in a week. But but yeah, so they did say like it could, like once things calm down, it could take like 48, 72 hours to get approved for all your campaigns and shaken and stirred and all that stuff as well. So It'll get there. It's just going to take a little bit longer because it is so congested.
Sure, that makes sense.
Yep. So yeah. So what are you going for? Like how long you been in high level?
I just recently got into the community. This is my first month with an active account. So I used to have a agency where we sold leads to personal injury attorneys.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, it was it's a lucrative niche.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the challenge
call
was
them ambulance chasers for nothing.
Yeah, I can't believe how much money they make off of some of those cases. But yeah, I was just trying to figure out something else because that space got really saturated, and the partner I was working with, he's actually really good at fulfillment. So he actually went off and built his own thing. And so the other white label fulfillers that I've been using, unfortunately, have not been up to par. And from what I gather, I've been doing research for a bit of time, and from what I see from other people, it seems like lead agencies don't last too long in terms of client retention, which I've experienced as well. Even when we do provide results, they don't necessarily last a very long time.
They never call those leads.
Right. I'm just trying right now, still just trying to figure out what path to go, whether it be an ad agency or doing Google My Business services or selling SaaS. I just want to be able to build a small book of business where I can replace my income at my current job. Mm-hmm. So I'm still really just in the discovering phase of what to do. And then I jumped on the webinar with Frank Kern and them today, and it was my first time seeing database reactivation. And of course, he makes it sound very easy and sexy. And
don't discount that, Alan. I think it is easy. It's just you have to do some stuff. You have to take action.
Sure.
I mean, it really brings it. That's the easiest way you can give results to your client. It is easy.
Okay.
It's just you need a good offer, which you have to put forward in front of your old database. That's all. Yeah.
And if they don't, like he was saying today, like if they don't have a database, he's kind of like moving on from them. But if you're looking for something easy to get into, like, Charles just sells SaaS, SaaS. That's it. He's not like, if you're doing like lead generation and ads, like you said, like, you're basically, if you're doing Facebook ads or lead generation in any shape or form, you're basically taking on a whole nother boss. I started with real estate agents, and they're the worst. I mean, they're worse than attorneys because you get them leads and then they complain about the leads and like, well, did you call them? Like, well, I called them all on Friday, like all of them I sent you like 100 leads this week. And so, and they complain, you're constantly like churning, and you're always basically, you always dreading that one phone call where like, hey, we got to have a call. So if you're doing something like SaaS, where you're doing the basics, like the missed call text back, think about like for the injury attorneys, somebody calls that attorney and he doesn't answer the phone. What's going to happen when, they go to voicemail? They're going to call the next guy that they search for. So if you can do missed call text back, messaging on Facebook, messaging on Instagram, messaging off Google, My Business and everything else, and you've got, say, you can use the ChatGPT plugins that HighLevel has. You can use, they're going to have their conversational AI coming out to be automatic here very soon, and with a whole bunch of features. And so you could sell something like that that's going to basically do discovery questions on like, hey, did you actually have an accident? And have qualifying, we can work with that client. It's like, here are the qualifying questions. If that person, I had a car accident, there was an injury, it was not my fault or whatever. And then, there was all these other circumstances. Oh, well, you're perfect for a booking. Here's, when's going to be good. And you can actually book the appointments. I mean, if you've got a 24/7 receptionist like that can book appointments, that's a whole hell of a lot better than running ads. And all that is built into HighLevel. So if I were going to be doing, like, if I knew then what I knew now, I would have just gotten into just SaaS and just doing like Google My Business and review and reputation management.
I see. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, it's a whole lot. Like you're not going to charge as much for it, but you can handle a lot more clients, and it's a lot less actual work per client. Like the clients that I've got, I don't have a whole ton of clients, but like as far as what I do, like I almost never hear from them ever. So
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and it just like the recurring fee comes in every month, which is nice. But I hear from them maybe once a month. Just
okay.
I do check-ins. I have them, set up in my calendar to do check-ins and make sure that everything's working. Or did you need anything? Or I sent them all a Loom today. Like, hey, there's this brand new feature about doing automatic review responses. You need to get in there and start responding because some of these guys don't respond to their reviews. So, but we have all that stuff set up in our systems where you can do automatic review responses. It'll post to the socials, all that stuff. So. Yeah, database reactivation, review campaigns, all of that's in there.
Awesome. That's I appreciate it. I need to take a look at the videos again. It's been a while, but I appreciate you breaking everything down for me.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, talking about the automated review replies on Highlevel, the new feature in beta, do we know how much it's costing? I couldn't find that anywhere.
The review stuff?
It's the same. So it's the same cost as conversation AI.
Conversation AI?
Oh, 5 cents a hit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which that is going away.
Yeah,
so
they're getting
5 cents is
unlimited
going
tier
away.
bringing in.
Yeah, they're going to lower the overall pricing, and then they're also going to be bringing in, unlimited. I think, like you can pre-purchase or something. I'm not sure how they're going to do that.
No, I think
there's going to be an unlimited one.
Unlimited, yeah, you can use unlimited.
That's one of the problems. That I want to keep everything inside Highlevel as much as I can, but with all the additional upsells and all the additional everything 5 cents, like you're literally nickel and diming people to death. And so you're going to be charging people like $297 for this stuff a month, but then you've got all those upcharge. Like once you hit your monthly allotment of like, I'm going to give you this many, this much credit per month for your messages and SMS and everything like that. Like, and there, I know there's going to be people in Highlevel that can be like, oh, well, 1.5, 2x, 3x it, whatever. But like, just making sure that you don't just crush their wallet, even if you do like 1.5 times the fees, like it's going to start stacking up, especially if it's a busy business.
But I don't think that's, I don't see, I think that is putting an objection out there before the objections even come up.
I mean, it's,
I hate those conversations in the Highlevel group because honestly, like I have one guy, he started a new job, which he's been a client of mine, but he started a whole new job he's still in automotive, but he's on a whole nother side of automotive. Now he doesn't even sell cars. He just basically is refinancing. And so right now, the last 3-4 months, he hasn't spent less than $500 on text messages.
Oh yeah.
He is freaking killing it. And he tops off with $100. Sometimes he'll throw a random number in there where he just manually pushes in and because maybe he's going to be gone for the weekend, so he wants to make sure that his wallets are fine.
What's your normal upcharge? You do like 1.5, right?
I do 1.5. Yeah, I don't care about making money off of it.
No,
I just want to cover my fees, and that's it. But I mean, I've got people using content AI, image AI. I mean, I can see all the freaking billing. I mean, they're using it. I just don't see it as an objection. I mean, they're going to pay no matter what they use, they're going to pay.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
At the end of the day, I will definitely pay a premium to keep it inside a Highlevel. Abso-freaking-lutely every time, because it's one less thing to break.
Yeah.
The more points that you have to go through. That's why I don't use the GPT workflow action. Hell no. I don't want nothing to do with that.
it's pretty stupid anyway.
Well, even if it was the greatest thing ever, I still wouldn't use it because it's just so many different things that could break. Just using that, because if it doesn't recall the memory, like let's just say it had memory, if it doesn't recall the memory, you're screwed. Now you're gonna be sending out some message that has no correlation to anything that was previously. I'm out. I'm good.
Yeah,
it is. I am not going to lose business over that stuff. And I've never been, I've always been a PMA equals OPM. Positive mental attitude equals other people's money. If you want other people's money in your back pocket, you've got to get out of the negative mindset. You cannot let it even enter your mind. Who cares what all the other idiots in the high level group are saying? There's always going to be naysayers. There's always going to be people saying, "Oh,
no, there's not.
I got the best. I got the best." Give me a break. Nobody's.
Yeah, I'm just like until I have a client that actually starts using that. But like you said, like if they are using that many texts, they're going to be making money.
Well, that's the thing.
They better be,
and that's what I tell every person I've had to have a sales call with. They always ask me, but I'm like, look. We give you $10 in credits, basically equals 1,000 text messages or 10,000 emails. And then, it works off a digital wallet. So it's separate from your subscription. Our credits do not roll over month to month. So if you go through your $10, okay, it's end of the month.
Where do you set up the credits not rolling over?
In your SaaS configurator.
I need to look at that.
Man, where you been? That was like 3-4 weeks ago. That was an old update.
Well, talking about SaaS configurators, the version 2 is out.
Oh, don't turn it on.
Look at
Do
that.
not turn it
that's
on.
A brand new.
Oh, it fucked up all the markups and all that.
It did. Every single one of them. Don't turn it on.
I did, and
I did
that's
too.
What happened.
I was like, God dang it.
Oh, man.
Because I didn't read the release, and I was like, oh, did they bring the 20 pricing plans? No, it's just the new UI, and then I couldn't do the markup.
Where's the setup for like the not rolling over? Because it's not in here now.
Oh, or did you try out the new configurator?
I guess it's in there now. I didn't mean to, but shit.
Oh yeah, you're
Let's turn it off.
now.
Go to lab and turn it off.
Yeah, turn it off.
Oh God, no! I got to turn that off. Where's agency billing? Is it agency? Oh, SaaS configurator V2.
Enable.
Oh shit!
You have to enable everything again.
What? Oh. So all right. So where's the
Okay, so are you on the classic?
Yes, now I am.
Okay, so underneath your go to where you give your credits, there's literally a toggle.
Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Just a second.
Let's just do it.
Yeah, don't even mess with that. It's not going to stick.
I have to turn this on. No, it's the older version now because I turned it off.
Mine, when I reverted back, it wouldn't stick.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Let's save it.
And okay, go to any other page. Or
Let me refresh. Yeah. So if it doesn't save, then we are screwed.
So where's the
here?
There you go. See,
under the
same
pricing.
thing.
Yeah.
Pat, under the pricing, credit, rollover unused credit to next month, toggle on or off.
Yeah. That only
you want it off.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, this is fucked up.
Okay, so let me just while you're there,
did yours save or no?
No, mine won't. It won't revert. So
Oh,
today, when I had someone sign up, I had to go into their sub account
and then make changes.
All the rebilling was enabled, but I had to move it all up to 1.5. So let me give you.
So what changes your item, like when you actually update? What changes the product in Stripe? Is it just the pricing, or is it anything? Just the overall price?
Yeah,
overall price. Yeah, if you change this price, it changes.
So like, what about the What if you change the complimentary credits?
No,
nothing happens.
No.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so let's try this out.
Yeah, if
Okay,
you change the price, the new product created.
Yeah, I'm not going to change.
Here's
So
Oh,
mine's
okay.
mine's actually looking okay. But then down to rollover. Okay, so I do not have rollover enabled.
Yeah, so that's perfect.
Awesome.
Submit a feedback.
Oh shit. Okay. Definitely don't want rollovers.
I opened a support ticket. I just put in the chat my support ticket, Alec. My ticket number. If you want to reference that as, hey, it's not just me doing this. It's
okay.
I mean, I'm sure they're.
I'll do that. I did this last night.
What if you do trial period? Is that gonna change the product ID?
No, because
so the only thing
trial,
that product
trial
ID in
Stripe is separate from your trial in the
so
SaaS
the only thing that changes product ID in Stripe is if you update the value
of the
correct
plans.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. What about the name of it?
No,
doesn't matter.
Okay, fantastic, beautiful.
Only the price.
Yep.
I just wanted to make sure, just because all right. Well, I'm good now, so I'm all good. Whew. Oh shit. I do need to migrate to LC email. I'm still on Mailgun. I don't want to.
But flick it on, so any new sub account would go into LC, but old ones will stay in the Mailgun.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
I tried changing to the V2. Oh.
Yeah, I don't think I want to be switching over to.
Don't do that, man. It's broken. Fuck.
Yeah, no, not gonna do it.
I tried changing to V2. Sounds
cool. All right. Well, good to know. So anyway, you were talking about rolling over, and we got an.
Yeah. So, I just tell it doesn't roll over. Whatever money you put in there rolls over. So, come the end of the month, if you are, you use the $10 that I give you, it's going to rebuild your credit card to the amount that you set it to, either 5, 10, 15, goes in increments of 5 all the way up to $100 or $200. And it'll automatically rebuild your card. But let's say you only use 50 cents and you had reloaded with 10. So you'll have $9.50 that rolls into the next month. Plus you get another $10 from me. And the great thing is it'll always use your credits from me before it uses yours, which is really nice that they had that more detailed on their actual billing screen. It splits it now.
Yeah.
So that's what I just tell them. And they're like, well, so how much could it cost? I said, listen, it's 10,000 I try to get away from the 1,000 text messages. I say it's 10,000 emails that I'm giving you.
You don't
now, if you can't, I said, now typically, if you can't afford $10 after sending 10,000 emails, you probably have a bigger problem than me charging you $10.
Yeah.
Every single one of them laugh because they're like, yep, that's pretty much the God's honest truth. If I send out 10,000 emails and I can't make $10, I got a lot bigger problems than him charging me $10 for another 10,000 emails.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, it's just, and it's just, that's why I want people to use the system and get the benefit out of it, because that keeps them retained. Oh, by the way, I officially dropped under, you ready for this? Under a 3% churn.
Holy cow.
Nice. Oh, nice.
Yep. So we're going to see, I've got it on the monthly. We're going to see if I can do the monthly and the quarterly and then keep going there.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited.
How are you tracking all this churns and all that? Have you got a
Stripe?
Just in Stripe, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's the easiest way.
Yeah.
Everything goes through Stripe. So, I mean.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have a separate dashboard you built or something?
Mm-mm. Nah, I just go into Stripe every now and then when I get a wild hair at my butt.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm like, man, let me go look at this report. Ooh. So.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. I mean, I've been, mid 3s for a while. Well, you know, which is not bad. But I kept, oh my gosh, I want to get this. I want to get this stupid low. So yeah, we're stupid low now. But that's why I was looking at, you know, that's my one like measuring stick that I really stand myself up against, is churn rate. Because I don't want to have to go out and sell.
No,
I just don't think it's crazy.
You're still like almost exclusively on Alignable though right now, right?
Yeah, networking events. So yeah, I go to a few networking events.
I still want to see one that's recorded.
The networking events, or like a 1-to-1?
No, I want to see one of your 1-to-1s.
Oh.
I want to see the great Charles Higgins in action, man.
We just chat and I just point them to a freaking recorded demo.
I know what you got. You're sitting there and you're like your Tennessee finest. You got your white suit and your hat.
This is exactly how I show up. Just like this.
Sipping your mint julep and all that.
Oh. Like, I got my, you know what's funny? You know whose cup this is? So I always use this cup. Number one. You know whose it is? I got this at a conference.
Podium.
It's a Podium mug.
Oh my gosh.
But I just like that. I never show that side. I always show the number one side, but that's the only reason I use it. I got this Podium mug and I got a bunch of t-shirts from them, and I got a bunch of Apple home pods from them at a conference I went to. But yeah, so this is just how I show up. I mean, of course, usually the first thing out of everybody's mouth is, I love your radio voice. Do you have a radio show? No, I don't have a radio show. So, but no, that's it. I mean, generally speaking, I don't do much of anything.
I still want to see one of your one-on-ones recorded. I just got to see what you do.
I did get a random phone call from another agency owner the other day saying that he's going to come under.
I gotta get these.
And that was someone I met through the Highlevel group. Helped him out. He still can't figure it out. He's getting super frustrated with it, and he's like, "I'm just going to go back to doing what I was going to do."
So if you're having a chat with someone and you figure out he's frustrated with it, how do you pivot? How do you? I give
them all the resources in the world. So I'm like, look, I will hook you up. And so I get them a snapshot. I get them the A2P stuff. I get them a knowledge base. I get them a Chat HQ widget. I hook them up. I try to give them everything I possibly can for nothing. And then that's it. Now, these people meet me in like either in the group and stuff. Yeah. In the Highlevel group, in the daily calls, in some of the other groups and their like daily calls and stuff. Or they just like, a lot of times they don't interact with me in the call. They will reach out to me afterwards and they're like, hey, I was listening to you. I loved what you were talking about. I'm struggling with this. Can we meet? And so it's just showing up as an authority figure pretty much. I mean, they reach out to me and say, hey, I'm really having a hard time with this. And so if I've already given them all these resources that they didn't have to pay anything, that a lot of other people have paid a lot of money for in the past, then they just trust me. So they just come back and they're like, hey, I see the benefit of it. I just can't do this because it's not for everybody. And they're like, I already know you have all this figured out. You've got a system that works beautifully. Can I just come under you? And like those people, a lot of times, like the insurance guy, he's previous insurance. He was trying to run a SaaS company. I said, hey, I'll charge you $97 a month. Whatever. Come in. I won't give you any monthly credits at $97, but $97 straight rebill and everything else. So I don't make any money off of it. I do 1.5%. It just covers my fees. That's all it does. $97 a month. We'll transfer your sub account in, or you can start a fresh one. And he's probably going to start all fresh because he was trying to build an agency sub account and he just never could get it to fruition. He just couldn't understand it. And so he'll use the small business snapshot that I have and, go from there. And that way he's got support. He never got to the point where he could pay for support. And that way he'll have support there with him. And everything. So yeah, I mean, it just really, honestly, the conversation changes itself because of the way that I show up. And it's not to toot my own horn. It's just like today, I mean, I was propositioned on a daily call. Me and Ano that were in there. They wanted to hire us, which we're like, that's not why we're here. Like, we're here because we're agency owners and we see things differently than what technical training would tell you, which is what the high level people have. They have technical training. They're not agency owners. So Ano and I, we deal with it every day. We look at it slightly different because we are agency owners. So we offer a different perspective. But people are calling us out on the freaking call today. They're like, you guys get paid? And we're like, no, we don't get paid. We come here because we genuinely give a damn about the community. Like, we know this stuff. We want to help. We don't want to see anybody fail if we can help it. We're not sitting here saying we're the greatest. We'll flat out tell you if we don't know something, and you'll have to open a support ticket. I mean, there's only so much we can help with. But if we can point you in the right direction, at least we will. But it's like, there's a reason we don't have our links up here, because we're not here to promote ourselves. We're just here to provide value. Because there were so many people going to those daily calls that could not get answers. And it was just, it was the barrier between technical and actually in use.
So when you're in the, like the daily calls, because I jumped in on a few of those and it's just kind of like a lot of people just kind of sitting.
Well, so you have to fill out a form. Now, some people do that. We do have generally, there's people sitting in there and they are intentionally just sitting in there listening because you don't know what you don't know. So they listen for other questions. They're like, oh, snap. I didn't even know the system did that. Let me go check it out. Or, well, now I know that it does it and I know how to avoid that problem because it just got shown. So I learned something and I learned how to fix a potential problem all in the same meeting. So, yeah, I mean, we have people that come in. There's one girl, she comes in every single day. Never misses one. She always connects. She generally has at least a couple questions. But like today, she was in just listening. And she put that as her name, just listening. But we knew who it was. So, but yeah. And you're muted, Alec.
Yeah, sorry. So I was on a support call yesterday, and they had the Zoom rooms thing glitched or whatever. So instead of a support rep joining me, they connected two agency owners who wanted support. So me with some other guy who wanted support. Nice. And I'm like, and he hopped on and he was like, oh, okay, well, we just introduced. I was like, dude, I don't think so. You're working with Highlevel. Are you an agency owner? He's like, yeah, I'm looking for my question to be answered. I was like, okay, well, looks like they screwed up unless they changed us. So it happened twice. He hopped onto my room once and then hopped off again. He hopped on. I was like, look, dude, I can help you out with quite a few things. So what are you stuck with? In the questions, man, he wanted to know how to create a sub account.
Oh, basic stuff. Let me tell you.
Like,
it's painful.
That was his question.
You know what
like,
the
there
sad
are people
part
who are
is?
being thrown into this community who don't know anything.
You know what the sad part is? And I know this is a fact because I'm in so many of the daily calls. most of the people that have more questions than anybody else are people that signed up under an affiliate.
100%. 100%.
It is
so
horrible.
he not only had this question, so he's like, yeah, I have 2 or 3 questions. I don't know how many you can answer. I was like, yeah, just throw it out, man. I'll just answer everything you got. So he was like, okay, well, I was trying to create a sub account, but I don't know how. One of my clients' team member, I made him an admin, and now he's an agency admin. So he sees everything that I see. I was like, I don't know. Should I delete him and create a new sub account? I was like, dude, let's fix that shit first. Forget the sub account.
Right.
I was like, go to your agency level and just change the permissions from agency to account. And that fixes it. Oh, so I don't have to delete him? I was like, yes, you don't have to. You just have to change the permissions. Like, oh, that's awesome. Like, that was a question.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are people who are thrown into this who have no idea what they're doing.
Oh yeah, it's bad. And like I said, no lie, most of them signed up under an affiliate.
Yeah.
Yep.
And most of those affiliates, I know who they signed up under.
Oh yeah.
Because I can tell they show their screen and I see their snapshot. I'm like, well, I know who that is. Because I've seen it so many times. And correct. I'm like, oh my gosh. I've thought about going into, which I went to a couple of the affiliate meetings just to see what the heck they were talking about in them. I really have thought about going into them and saying, what the hell is wrong with you people? Why is it that there's more people that signed up under affiliates, and these are people on the leaderboard, not just your everyday Joe Schmo?
Yeah.
Why are those people having more questions than the person that just goes signs up for high level direct? Like, this is the kind of, and now you want to roll out CPC to affiliates? Really? Can't even support the people that they have, and you want them to get even more people? It's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
Anyways,
I'm good with it, because at least a couple times a month, I end up acquiring them. So whatever. But it still aggravates me, because I just don't think it's good.
Yeah, I get pissed, man. I get pissed with that as well.
There's just always do what's right. No matter what the cost, either in time spent or monetarily, always do what's right. That's just my motto when it comes to it and comes to business. And promising somebody and then, a bunch of stuff that they sign up under your affiliate link. And these are people that I know have custom sign up links that everything does auto ship. They still can't get their stuff. Come on. Screaming in the group that they can't get anything. And, why do you think so many people want to switch affiliates all the time? Because the first one they initially signed up for didn't pan out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you see it all the time in the group.
All right. Well, with all that,
I guess that's it for today.
That's a wrap.
An hour and a half, man. So
that's a wrap.
We have marathon office hours. So, all right. Well,
I got my email scheduled for 8 a.m. in the morning. Send out those 100, ended up being 113 on the email.
Oh, 113 people.
Hold on. What's that?
Oh, the networking event I went to today.
Okay.
I got the attendee list with all their emails. So I'm sending out.
How do you get that?
the guy that runs the event is one of my clients.
Okay. So he gives it to you.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So he gave me the list.
I'm like,
so I'm sending them out.
You got some secret business with Alignable, looks like. You get all the list coming in.
No.
Okay, that makes sense.
But no, it's I'm just sending them, hey, because there was 116 plus people on the call. And so I didn't get to meet everybody, obviously. And so this is just saying, hey, thanks for attending with me. A bit about me. We got an affiliate program. Love the chance to learn more. Click here to book a 15-minute call. I'm only giving them a 15-minute calendar. I ain't giving them a 30-minute calendar.
Nice.
I don't want to get stuck on a 30-minute call with a MLM or network marketer. So
totally makes sense. Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. I guess that's it for today then. Let's connect next week. Alan says, awesome call. Thanks, guys. Alan, hop onto the calls every week, man. You'll learn something, or at least we can learn about you and help you out. So hope to see you guys next week then.
Take care.
See you guys later.
See you guys. Bye.
See ya.